What is up, everybody? Just a quick stream here as a reminder while we get into our league match, divisions match, whatever you want to call it, to try to break into Division 2. It's more of a prep for our first tournament back in eFootball. Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. It will be streamed live. We will have a Discord hangout going. All you have to do is look in the YouTube bio or any of my socials bios for the Discord link. Join the Discord channel. Once you do that, you'll go into here. Let me pull it up for you. You'll go into here, okay? You will go into, you see the channel here. There's the profile pic. You go down to eFootball, and you'll go down to eTournaments info, and this is where you get the info. OGFC Opening Cup Saturday, the 22nd, 10:30 a.m. Central Standard, always listed as Central Standard Time, so you can translate that to your time if you want to see if you are available to play. We have the participants tournament update. You will not be able to use Smart Assist. We will do, have screen share going and check. No Smart Assist, and you can do Pass Assist 2 and above. So 2, 3, and 4, just not 1. And once you join that, then you can share your screen. Either if you have PlayStation, you can share it straight with me on PlayStation to be streamed, or you can come into this eTournaments Hangout. You just click into the eTournaments Hangout. All right. Now that I clicked in, I'm automatically connected. Then you can share your screen. You can talk or mute yourself right there. You can deafen others or listen to them, and then your screen would show up. I would click into it, okay? And then we would be able to watch the game together. Here's the mute, turn on camera if I wanted, share your screen, so on and so forth. So all you have to do is look up the details. Let's say you're on PC or Xbox. Xbox would just come down to getting a cord. If you're on PC, it's just a click of a button, I believe. You can look up the details, but your screen would share in, let's say, a box like this. I would be able to click in, and then everybody could watch on stream as I commentate. In the meantime, you could be hanging out with everybody in the eTournaments Hangout, giving their opinions on the game, talking football, the whole nine. It's an absolute blast. So, again, Saturday, 10:30 Central Standard Time, right? Any news, any updates on participants and stuff like that, you can just come to eTournaments Info. Then you would go to eTournaments Hangout to talk to everybody in the lobby in the tournament, right? And then from there, to get into the tournament, all you have to do is private message me. Just a direct message to me. You see this between me and Boomfoot. You play in the tournament. Yes, sir. Saturday is 5:30 a.m. Sunday for me because our boy Boomfoot is playing from Australia. So it doesn't matter where you're at. You can join and play. And it will be sure to be a blast. Now, what I have to look in the details on is the buy-in, right? Whether you have Cash App or Venmo, we could potentially be doing a $5 buy-in. Champion takes all, or if you and the finalists decide that the finalist gets their money back, we could do it that way too. It's up to you. But it's only $5. Nothing to break the bank, but something to make it more rewarding for the champion, right? Bragging rights plus, a little bit of cash. Can't beat it. What we have to make sure, though, is that we'll be able to do that with players from around the world being able to participate. So that's something we'll look more into. But either way, it's nothing that's going to break the bank. It will either be a tournament for strictly bragging rights, or you add in $5. Now, the other thing you get is automatic qualification for our Champions Cup, which, yes, if the previous winners from our last go-around in this, which has been a decent hiatus, right? We gave FC26 a go. It failed miserably. The game just has no soul to it. But we tried. It was supposed to be a good game. We checked out the hype, and it just wasn't the real deal. So now we're back. So any tournament champions from previous in eFootball will be qualified for the Champions Cup, and that will continue on with Saturday's Cup and beyond. Champions automatically qualify for the Champions Cup. Finalists, they qualify for essentially a qualifying tournament where if you win that tournament, you get that last spot. So you almost get a last chance effort to win a tournament just out of you know, appreciating the hard work that it takes to get to a final in a cup. So you get that one last chance cup, if you will. So that's all the details. You know what to do now. Join us whether you want to play, you want to watch. It will be an absolute blast. So now, let's get into it. Oops, what do we got going here? There we go. We're going to get into PvP. Again, just back in to eFootball. We're doing well. Then we had a little run-in with rat after rat, and it really turned me away from the game to the point where I was almost just going to say, no way, I'm done. But fortunately, I have a great community, and then I started digging into all these games offline because I really do think that committing to the best football game is much better than going from game to game to game. I think that's where you get the best content from. You get to be the best at the game, muscle memory, and just understanding the nuances. And there truly is only one great football game, okay? Right? FC, they do well with the manual, the inclusion of more manual abilities with the mechanics and whatnot. A little bit sharper, more to do with modes, things like that, right? But when you talk about capturing the magic of actual football, which is what I want to do, I'm playing a football sim to emulate the game that I love, to play with all the best players in the world, all the legends that I love. And when you get so far away from football like FC has into the arcade realm, it just doesn't capture that magic like eFootball does. So the goal is to play the game the best it can be, showcase and be an ambassador for how good eFootball can be, and try to battle through all the nonsense due to Konami adding stuff for the casuals and the ratty players adopting a lot of nonsense. It's pretty much what we're battling through. So as you can see, we had a resurgence. Been doing well, and now we have about one more game left before hitting Division 2. So we'll see how that goes now. But so far, it's just been enjoyable. Win, lose, or draw. eFootball, once you start really diving into it, there's really nothing like it when it comes to capturing the essence of the beautiful game. And that, I'll die on that hill all day. If you want to argue that fact, check out my latest video. Truth doesn't lie. I put some of the top players in the world clips up from FC, from eFootball, and from real football. And you watch that and try to tell me that I'm wrong, that FC is not truly football, and the skill it takes to be good at FC isn't truly football, right? All right, let's get into it. All right, we know what we're facing here. Very defensive player is going to look to counter the whole time. Bastion. You know what I want to do, right? Let's just see how it goes. Let's play this out. Got to make sure my team's set up right. No, Jordan's good there. Alright. Henderson's replacing Vieira for now, that A form. He's been an absolute beast for us, for sure. So Here we go. No warm-up game, just right into it, ladies and gents. Ah, come to it. There it is. Oh. Good. Well done, Con. Silly. Silly by me. Good. Good, Jordan. Good, Van Dyke. Good, you're in. No way. Good job. Great defense. I did super cancel to come to. Good run by Van Dyke to... Beautiful Bellingham. Oh, one extra touch too many. Man. Trying to force it. He's a forcer. He's just one of these guys, eh? It's alright, we can deal with these guys all day. Good touch. Come on, Neto. Good try. Beautiful football so far. Well done. Playing the game the right way. There it is. Too much. Too much. The only thing with Jordan Henderson is you're missing height, eh? There it is. Good stuff, Con. You forced it, eh? Beautiful ball. Come on. Good. Oh. Whoa, too much. Beautiful. Oh, no, I wanted it all the way over. I'm going to put a little pressure on him. There it is. There it is. There it is. What a goal. You can't beat it, ladies and gentlemen. That is truly football. That is truly football. Hopefully they let us watch that one back. That was truly football. Boom, boom. And then the give and go through to Eto. It was perfect. Of course, he didn't let us watch it. That's okay, though. Good D. Bravo. Way to use the space. Beautiful ball in. Come on, Cruyff. Oh.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Good. Yes. Good Pele. Oh. We're right there, boys. We're right there. That's okay. Beautiful half. Beautiful goal. Obviously, you got it on stream. I like to get the recording of it to watch after, but brilliant stuff. Just magic between Eto and Pele. We'll let this run for a little bit longer. You know what? I might as well. I want to get that size in there. We're going to get Vieira in there. But since this Vieira is a box-to-box, we got to go to individual instructions. Put defensive on big boy Patrick Vieira. And everything else, I really like where we're at here. You know, he is going for those. Yeah, I really like everything else. It's one of those things where if we're playing good, we worry about us. And then from there, we worry about our opponents. So look, he's playing those wings. Playing the 5-back. He's going to try to go for those crosses. Force those crosses. Good. Beautiful. Good Pele. Come on, get it through. Good. Just touch away from the defender. Ah. Whoa. Alright, little mistake there. It's okay. You can win it. And then we get to the second one, yep. Oh, come on, Bellingham. Silly. Alright, he's getting a lot of lucky plays here. Silly. Now we make it 2. Take that pressure off there. Good. Oh my gosh, I gotta get used to. There's a little delay going on. There it is. Oh, good trip. Good try. Get a little coffee going. Great defense to weather that little bit of a storm. Few hiccups there. So now we know what he's doing. Let's take a look at the change. Okay, no, not much of a change. Tell you what I'm going to do, though. Get Silvestri back here. Still like Bellingham over there on the right. For the give and goes. Alright, then we can try to isolate Pele.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 25.
We got Big Patrick in there.
Coming on the field is number 21, Platini. Substitutions taking place.
Oh, it didn't even make it. Uh-oh. We know where he's looking to go. Ugh. Good. Oh, good. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good. Good. There it is. What a finish. Beautiful goal. How do you like them apples? Platini super sub coming in. He's like, I don't belong on the bench at all. Look at this goal. Bellingham. Beautiful stuff. Look at this touch. Boom. Just a sharp turn. Just a sharp turn and then that left-footed finish into the corner. 2-0 against a very good player for sure. Take the pressure back off. I meant to do that earlier, but that's okay. He's just forcing too much. He could be a much better player if he stopped forcing so much. Calmed down and played some real football. Uh-oh. Good. See how I pressured at the wrong time, dove in a bit. But then all I did was just calm down, switch to Van Dijk, and just moved over a bit to block the shot. Didn't panic. Good. Good. We're fine with that. Good. Good. Look at Bellingham. Yep. You're in. Oh, just a little off. Good. No, whoa, 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 whoa. Good. Again, didn't panic. I fat fingered that. You guys saw where I was going for there. Again, with Van Dijk just good manual switching on defense is all that was. Good. Aye. See, he's just clearing. Man, if I could have manually sent Pele there, man. If they add manual runs, even just something simple, sending in return, calling a player to or sending them. No player locker, no goofy stuff like that. Just sending players through and calling them towards you. Oh my gosh, that would create such a big skill gap, which is what there should be, more of a skill gap. Get rid of the AI control.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Nice. Perfect timing for delay. I like how that occurred. Get out of here. Just some tiki-taka football. Beautiful stuff from the boys. And that is how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. This guy was already in Division 2. Now we are. What up, Big Crib? How are you, buddy? How'd you like that game, my man? Some beautiful football there. Some beauty. And a lot of it from my time. So I came over from FC because FC just had no soul, no heart. And then I started playing eFootball, and I couldn't stand a lot of the nonsense Konami added, but I mainly couldn't stand the rats. I hate how you're pretty much forced into Smart Assist because of just the little things it changes, the auto blocks, auto clearances, the quick little, like, what would you call it, animations that happen on defense, the quick little tackles they do. There's just these advantages. So that's why a lot of these players that we're beating that are top 5,000, top 3,000 that you can tell by the cards they've been playing a while. That's what frustrated me. So then luckily I had a community talk to me, so I went offline for a while, and as you can see, since I came back from that offline, pretty much just diving into all the games, making sure this was the game, and it truly is the only football game that you can calm down and play good football, and your skill translates into the beautiful game on the pitch. Not skill in the sense of running around in circles saying you got cooked like I showed you in that video I just released. That, that's an FC pro doing that. Or not skills that players have to spam in eFootball, spam the diagonal through balls, or spam crosses to CR7 or Kohler. Or I'm talking like the ability to play good football and have it translate to true skill and truly the beautiful game on the pitch. It's only eFootball where you can do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, Big Crib. I thought he signed exclusively with FC2, but I guess not. Let me look that up real quick. But yeah, but you know what? I tested it, Big Crib, and it's even through the BS, which shout out to my community, because without them I would have been done with eFootball. I was just giving up hope because the ratty players that adopt the nonsense, and then the way Konami tries to cater to them. But at the core of this game, it's beautiful football. So if enough of us band together and play good football, we'll prevail in the end. We'll prevail. Shoot, this player was pretty good if he didn't try to force so much stuff up to Van Basten. That was his only problem. He was trying to go for those auto head balls, auto this. If he slowed down and played some good football, he would have been much better off. So you see just pure domination. I mean, look at the passes alone. Look at the... I want to see my first goal. It was brilliant. Nice little interplay from Pele and Eto'o. Brilliant. When I say that, I'm not saying like, giving myself props necessarily. I'm saying brilliant in the terms of a real football. Look at this, a real football goal. Check it out. Beautiful interplay already right there, and then that wasn't even the goal. Whenever I say that, I'm talking about beautiful, true to football goals. Boom, 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 boom. Beautiful. Well, so the biggest thing is just use it if you have to. I have my take on it is this. You know your skill, you know what you're capable of, but if Smart Assist is, that's what eFootball Universe says too. If Smart Assist is beating you on auto clearances, on auto headers, that's the other thing I've seen. Like I showed examples where my Van Dijk just automatically loses headers, right? And then magically Smart Assist, they'll win them. The little tiny animations, they have these little gaps filled in by AI. I noticed like when your players, the pass isn't perfect, right? For one, it's way less with Smart Assist, and for two, the players make the little adjustments to receive the ball. They don't without. We all know we hate Smart Assist. We as in guys like us that want to play real football, that want the skill gap, right? But I'm not letting these smart assist losers beat me, bro. I'm not letting that be that. I'm like 3, 4, whatever days in. Look at the players I'm beating, by the way. I guarantee. So that was a Division 2, but I guarantee previously he was Division 1. I beat 2 more yesterday in an event, right? So Division 2 player there, Division 2 there, beat him, and it's all the same. The 2 players I beat in the unlimited event were both top 10,000 players. One was a top 6,000 player. Division 1. Division 2, we smoked him. Where was let me go to events real quick. Events. Or you know what I can go to? I forgot about that. Sorry. Where it shows them all in a row, not separated. So Division 2 player in the Japanese Cup, because I put my region as Japan. I was told to do that. Okay, he doesn't really play. See, so this is a guy I beat. Look at this. I beat him 2-1 in that Unlimited Cup, so it was both of our full squads. He was a top 193. Wait, so if I'm reading this right, he played in the second. What was that? Their little weekend cup they do every now and then, but he got 193 in the world in 2024-25. The second, he got 193 in the world. Top 6,000 player, and I beat him 2-1. And I think I have that full game, right? This player I beat 1-0. Check this one out. Top 8,000 player. And these guys are all using Smart Assist. And so that's why I'm able to beat them, because when you use Smart Assist and you don't have skill, you're not going to prevail because you're relying on AI as a crutch, right? That's my take on it. But either way, we're coming to eFootball bringing good football. That's the point. And so some people will do that. Some people are okay, like they'll lose to them. But my take is the only reason these rat losers do this stuff is because they want to win at something instead of enjoying the game. And in the process, they basically ruin football for a lot of people. So I don't even let them get the win, you know. Yeah, that's another one. The finishing, too. Instead of going down the middle, the finishing goes straight to the corner. I've been saying that since day one. They need to bring in, I don't know if you've played FC, but I always show the examples. When you go to FC, they have precision shooting. It's not manual shooting. Manual shooting is ridiculous. They have that in FC too, just like eFootball, but that's ridiculously crazy hard. I'm talking about precision shooting. Essentially, like they accept, okay, the player is going to shoot in this area, right? Any professional player, depending on the angle you shoot. But then they give you the ability to aim, right, within that player's reach. So in eFootball, it'd be like you power up, and then once you power up with your right stick or left stick, however they mapped it, right, you aim. Left, right, low, or high. You're aiming for that part of a goal you want. Maybe if it's just left or right all the way, but it's too unpredictable. You can aim for the far corner, and sometimes it will go far corner. Sometimes it will go just to the side of the goalie. Sometimes it will hit the damn crossbar. And it's like you just barely get a little bit of input, and they need to change that. But yes, all these things are in there, and you pretty much don't have... But apparently this Ronaldo Cup or Romario Cup is coming, right? And they're doing it with no Smart Assist. I actually need these position ones because I want to get Vieira as a center back. I'm going to try for that. I really need to. Because this Henderson card's so good. But if I can get Vieira instead of... And then Beckenbauer's good, don't get me wrong. But right now, Hendo's just him, man. He is just him. By the way, that Medicina, terrible Henderson build in his review. He had no effort there. This is the build. He had terrible physical contact. He had his defensive stats in the 80s. Dude, he's an anchor man. If you're going to review the player, build him the right way. He said he was clunky on the ball. Bro, if you just a little bit of dribbling, he's not clunky at all. Ah, man, I wish I did made my region Brazil then. Son of a gun. I bet you're right, Big Crib, because when I heard about it, I thought it was coming, but they must be testing. There's no smart assist allowed in that cup, so they must be testing for that. I don't know why I didn't put my region as Brazil. I'm an idiot. They said that Japan gives you the best rewards, though. I don't know if that's true. I love Indominator, bro. He was the first one to call out a lot of this bullshit before I left the last time. I like Indominator. Great minds think alike, man. Hey, make sure you join my Discord, bro. I could tell we're on the same. I'm trying to get all the like-minded players together and really create a big community in eFootball. That's all about truly playing good football, getting back to the PES roots. So if you're interested, it's free. Just join my Discord. Link is in the YouTube bio. A lot of great people. We got a tournament Saturday morning, 10:30 a.m. No smart assist. PA 2 and above. All right, so what did I want to do here? Oh, yeah. I want to get Vieira back in there, but with Henderson. And right now, since Beckenbauer's the only one that can play center back, so let's see if I can't. Dang it. I don't need him to be able to play Cam. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I need unlimited. I need to get Vieira into being able to play center back. I need him to. Nice, Big Crib. Hell yeah. Yeah, and then you would just go into the eFootball talk and all the separate categories in there. You can check them out, man. Awesome, buddy. Oh, froze up on us. Yeah, I still got to break it down and study it, but they say Jinsu, they say it like the World Championships, they use Smart Assist and stuff. So I got to see what is it going to take to get it removed, because for me, if you don't use Smart Assist against Smart Assist players, it's a huge advantage to them. Oh, it says invite is invalid? That's the link you clicked on in my YouTube, right? Let me go to it right now, buddy. I'll make sure. So if I go to here, I go to server settings, and I go to invites. Huh. Let's see here. Go to the bottom. I don't know why it always does that. Nitro server boost, subscriptions, billing, chat. I gotta find where to do the actual invites. "17 uses." One sec, let me look on my phone real quick. So it's been working. I know that's crazy, isn't it? I just did a video where I used his gameplay, some pro that keeps popping up from FC on my feed. That's just terrible at football, man. It's a disgrace. And so I made a video. I put a real football match, the classic Real Madrid versus Man U, because we use a lot of those players in these games now, right? The legendary players. I put that footage next to FC footage next to eFootball. Nobody can possibly watch that and go, "Oh yeah, FC's definitely football." Right. There's just no way. Let's see here. More options. Settings. UFL General expires never. BYCP. Alright, so I got that. BYCP. Interesting. So I don't know if I got the wrong link. Let me go to my YouTube. Really, it says it's active. You went to my YouTube bio? Expires never. It should work. You see it up there? Oh no, that doesn't say the code, but this code should work. I wonder if other people are having that problem. Just give me one sec, buddy. Here you go. Try to click on that. Tell me what it says when you click on that link that I just put in chat. Just give me one sec, buddy. Yeah, see, when I click, it goes through. I wonder why it doesn't let you. Yeah, because I don't want people to run into that. Okay, cool. Was that the link? Well, where did you try to click in it at? Did you try to click in on YouTube? In the YouTube bio, or? Yeah, it's working. Whatever, as long as it worked. Cool. Okay, good. Yeah, I just checked the YouTube bio one. It should be the same, but either way, I'll make sure. Hopefully, if other people run into that, they say something because I try to make this whole detailed. We had a really, really, really good community, and then when I went the FC route, I knew it was the least popular game, but EA Sports suckered me one last time. Now, never again. I'm at eFootball for good. So here's what I'm looking for, guys, going forward. I really like how my team lines up here. Why I like it is because Seedorf and Jude, being box to box and hole players, still make those darting runs to join the attack and provide width, but they provide great presence for those teams trying to force those balls out wide for the diagonal through balls and even for the crossers. So I knock out two of the rattiest, spammers, spam ways to try to score goals by just having the potential to mark those players out, intercept those passes. Obviously, Beckenbauer, if you look at my individual instructions, right, goes to center back. Well, I love Beckenbauer. He's great, but I really want Vieira. So as a center back, it's just I have the box to box Arsenal version. So what I need to do is I need to get him into center back. I need to keep getting the position changes and just spam the adding positions until Vieira can get that center back added, right, at the highest proficiency. So I'm going to need a bunch. As you know, it's going to take a little while. Displaying Discord on the main screen. It won't let you into my... Oh, sorry, buddy. Good call. Thanks. Sorry about that. There you go. So I have this version of Vieira. So I'm going to have to add a bunch. This is the unfortunate part is who knows how many position changes I'll need to get him to center back. But Henderson is just an absolute beast in there. That Medicina did a terrible review on him. For one, his build was terrible. He had Henderson's defense in the 80s. He had his physical contact extremely low, which you can't have for a DMF, right? He's a number 6. He's going to be that main tackler, main interceptor, but he's just brilliant. The problem is I can't have him at center back even if I got the position efficiency. I just need one more because he's got secondary center back availability. He's too small, right? So that's why I have to use Beckenbauer. But Vieira's presence and how good he is in that number 6 role can't be matched. So I'm actually going to switch that out, but it's so hard because Henderson, especially, maybe it's the A form pushing him over the edge to being as good as he is, but he's incredible. When you build him right, which this is a perfect build, I dare you to try it and tell me he's not amazing. He deserves in the starting lineup. It's just, unfortunately, position-wise, I can't do it. He was a free addition, though, so that's okay. I also have the ability to put this Rijkaard as a center back, anchorman center back, instead of this Beckenbauer. And then Vieira could be a little bit more, he would still be, so I would do it like this. Individual instructions. Beckenbauer's defensive because Vieira's box. If I don't put this on, Vieira goes wild. He makes great runs, by the way, but I want him to stay back. If I ever want him to move up, and I need a goal or something, I just remove this. And then Beckenbauer's deep line. Right? And Beckenbauer's great. He is a great player. Okay, so that's what I wanted to know. So this Rijkaard, would you put him over this Beckenbauer, though? Because this Beckenbauer is excellent. He's just a little smaller, right? So obviously I could lower the passing down. Even on Beckenbauer. I mean, look at Beckenbauer already has elite defense, right? And obviously so does Rijkaard. jumping in physical contact, which I'm not as worried about because Rijkaard's bigger, right? So he already does a little bit better. The speed area is where Beckenbauer does good. And look at how good. I mean, Beckenbauer's passing is elite. So that's why I put him in the defensive mid spot offensively. Then he goes deep line. Just having those abilities, that ability to play the ball. Now, he's a no play style center back with Van Dijk, whereas I'd rather have like a Van Boyten type, destroyer type. So let's see aggression. They're both about equal in aggression. So it's very tough to choose this Rijkaard over that over this Beckenbauer. And there's not too much I could change there. Like if you look at this Beckenbauer card, he's incredible, dude. And his defense is already elite. I don't feel like going above 95s. I'm one of those believers. I go by the rule of 5, 90, 95, 90, 85, 80. And once you get to 95, I don't see enough difference between 95 and 100. Because really, he doesn't even need. I mean, that pace is good. I love it. But he wouldn't even really need that. Right? He's just excellent. So then, just to get more size there, because I am lacking in size besides Van Dijk and Patrick Vieira. To change this here, I'd more go like the dribbling part could go down. Let me see here. Playing style. Orchestrator. But he's deep line. So that's what keeps him back is that deep line. Well, two things, right? Both of them having defensive and then deep line for Beckenbauer. So for Rijkaard, if I put him deep line, he wouldn't need much dribbling at all. Passing could even go down 1. Acceleration would be fine at 75. If I could do defense 1 more, I would. Defending 1 more. To make him elite in every area, aggression's a little lower. Speed, if I could go up 2, which I can't, unfortunately. I need to change that booster, by the way. Do I have one? Nope. Once I get a booster, I'll change that. Alright, let's see here. You got him at 90 speed? I like that. Okay, so then acceleration. I always want at least 75 acceleration. Because he'd be playing deep line, I at least want okay passing. Speed. Speed, I'll go down to 80. 80. Physical contact, jumping. Wouldn't mind the physical contact at 95. But let's see, with 8 points, can I get this to 6, 7, 8, 9, 80? I can get it to 79. So close. I'm okay with the heading not being good. He just needs to jump up and clear it. Doesn't need to. I don't know. This could be a good. .94 on the tackling. I need way more GP. I did. I spent a bunch on him. If you look here, 82, 81. Terrible dribbling. It's just that ability for him to not play directly at. You know what? I'm going to try him there as an anchor man. And then he'll go back. Whereas Vieira. Wait a second. I'm an idiot, guys. I just thought of this. Big Crib, you tell me if I'm wrong here. If I put... I don't need the center back position on Vieira to put him as a CDM deep line. I've been thinking about this all wrong. If I... Or tell me if I'm wrong here. If I take Vieira, put him on defensive, offensively he stays back, right? But then defensively I put him on deep line. He'll essentially be a no playstyle center back without the center back position. That makes him a center back, right? Defensive, deep line. Then I'll try Rijkaard for now, but I'll probably go with Jordan Henderson. We'll see. I'll test Rijkaard out. That gives me a beast defensive setup. Even though I probably will. But Vieira now becomes my center back. And I'm an idiot thinking the whole time I needed defensive deep line. Oh, he's good, but I'm keeping him back. He makes amazing runs. But Rijkaard would be... But he would join center back. And then I'm going to test Rijkaard out. Just as a test, but Henderson will end up being my actual anchor man right here. Because I like having an actual anchor man in there. But Vieira falls back and becomes a center back. I'm going to test it out. Might as well get right back into it and test it out, eh, boys? He does make incredible runs for sure. Unfortunately, just right now in the setup I have, I don't like those runs. Because he's just so good defensively. So we'll see if the physical presence of Rijkaard, really, that's really what it is, will keep him over Henderson, is our big test right here. First Division 2 game, let's see how it goes. All right. So this is a 3-2-3-2. All right, so he's going to look to possess through the middle. So perfect setup. Might even need, since he's not really using the wings, he's got attacking wing backs though. So very similar. 2-2-1. Very similar, except for instead of wing mids, he's using wing backs. So we just got to watch his Pele deep lying forward. He's probably got counter target on, which, by the way, put that on my Pele as well, so the deep lying forward doesn't. So he makes runs from deep. I already like Eto's runs. I'll check that out, Big Crib. All right, very similar teams. Good little, should be a good little battle here. See how it goes.
Senhoras e senhores, sejam bem-vindos à partida de hoje. Corinthians e Borussia Dortmund.
Good. Come on, Seedorf. Too slow on that turn, on that run. I hate it. It's just stupid stuff like that, guys. It's just stupid stuff like that. Just the automated nonsense. No football, perfectly marked in a real football game. That's a easy mark, right? But that's what you got to worry about is this nonsense. Zero football knowledge you see here, right? These are the players that will make you do this, that will make you end up, what do you call it? Oh gosh. They'll make you end up doing the ratty stuff because that's what they do, right? And they get success. You try to play good football and you don't get success from it. You see what I'm saying? Zero. So we're going to dominate him the whole time and he's just going to be one of those guys that goes. But that's the unfortunate part that you got to deal with right now in this game. Is that crap. Oh, you lucky little son of a gun. Good ball. Too easy. See what I'm saying? It's just forced trash. And then he's going for what the heck? Why did my other player go for that? That was weird. Zero football skill from this guy. You'll be able to see in the build-up. We'll just absolutely destroy him. Oh, he gets so lucky. I can't even get one of these trash goals. He's getting so lucky. Yes, I let that go. I made sure, even though I went up with Van Dijk, I knew he didn't have the space. Send it through there. Why would you not go through there? Good D. Oh my god, that little delay is just killing me. It's super laggy right now, I know. We're right there, though. We're getting them. We're the better team, for sure. We're the better team, for sure, without a doubt. Playing the better football. Come on, bro. Give me a break. It's not where I wanted to go there, but that's okay. Good ball. No, I've been controlling him over here. Oh, look at that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I know, like, based on the passing and stuff like that, like how he moves, like the little chip, like look at his goal. I'm going for actual goals. If I had that little stuff down, like the little eFootball little tricks, I could turn these ones where I keep getting it right to his last defender, right? And then I mess up. If I knew the little eFootball tricks, I'd be perfect. But I don't. Too easy. Yes! Come on, boys. All I did there was shield. I took my finger off the left stick to shield, and it worked out beautifully. Took my finger off the left stick to shield there because I knew he'd be trying to press because it's Cruyff. And that's why I try to make sure all my players have at least 75 contact. You're in. You're in. Oh. Oh, that was silly of him. Good. Good. Come on, Cruyff, catch up. Oh, he guessed it right. Go! Oh my god, he got lucky with the leg. No way. Dude, see what I'm saying? You're telling me he beats Van Dijk? Look at this. One of those automated goals, bro. He doesn't beat Van Dijk there. He does not beat Van Dijk there. It's pure trash. Pure trash. Pure. He shouldn't even have got that. Look at that. Goal. You're welcome. Oh, of course. Of course. But that's what you gotta deal with this game, unfortunately, guys. Goal. Get luckier, buddy. Get luckier. Offsides. I know. Van Dijk has over 90 physical contact. That's what I'm saying. It's just pure trash. Sometimes. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? Alright, let's get... Baggio up there. Let's get Platini in here. No, you know what? Play AMF. Keep Bellingham there. Let's let Mbappe try to run around up there a little bit. Got one more for Hendo or no? Yep. Boom.
Teremos uma substituição.
I love the lag times too. That's the only thing that sucks is if you look at that goal. And this dude's not a bad player. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying those things that he's actually a good player. But the ways that he ends up scoring and stuff are those little efootball things, not football goals, right? They're not like give and goes and build up play or nothing. It's a bunch of trash. Bunch of forcing it, trash. Yep, good. Good. Come on, Bops. Come on, Platini. You didn't even go up. Good. No, you're offsides. That was my fault. Oh my god, the delay threw me off a little bit. Look at that. He was through. Oh my god, he was through. Gotta love delay, guys. Gotta love delay. But I knew there was delay, and I still screwed that up. Good. I would have been pissed. Bad defense, but still. So now I got lucky once, and he got lucky once. Oh my god, and he's... Oh my goodness. No! Oh my god, guys. That's who I wanted originally. Come on, Bosch. I wanted that pulled out to Platini, but that's alright. We'll get it. This trash can player. Look at this. Yes. His Cruyff just beat my Beckenbauer. Oh my god, dude. Just a trash can player. Come on. There it is. There it is. No way. No way, guys. No way. Look at this. Oh my god. eFootball scripting at its finest. eFootball scripting at its finest. GG's, bro, but you are the epitome of what's wrong with eFootball, my man. The whole reason Smart Assist is being forced, the whole reason all the nonsense is in there, you might as well write the story. Meaning you might as well write the story on how Pez got so lost to the eFootball nonsense because players like you need all the help you can get. But if you want for a video, we can walk through play by play in that game. I'd love to. I want to talk through all the football decisions. Ain't no way, dude. There ain't no way. Dude, Bellingham from 3 yards out, near post, everything was perfect about that play. There's no way he misses that. There's no way on God's green earth that he misses that. Now, I get it. He was tired. I get it. Right? But you're telling me a tired Bellingham who just made all the run, did all the hard part, can't make a 3-yard pass in the 90th minute to the near post? You got to give me a break on that one. And I know this was a top player, and I'm not saying he was bad, but he is the epitome of what's wrong. See, top 2000. He was the epitome of what's wrong with the game, meaning if you go look at the build-up and stuff like that. But here's what I'll tell him. I'm what, 4 days? Channel and hours to see that I haven't really played. Mark my words, and I'm saying this. Remember this guy's name. He's on my list now. So, when you're in a give and go position and you have Pele, or who scored his first goal? A little guy running through. Who, name a time you've ever seen the ball get flicked in the air? No, that's an eFootball trick. The forcing the through balls, trying to go for all that kind of stuff, right? It's not football. Football has a little bit of ugliness at times and it can be really pretty. But the little tricks, like choosing to run into Van Dijk, that should always be an auto tackle. Always. As a striker, bro, never once was my decision to run into a defense. First of all, I never, even as a kid, I never said, oh, if I run into him, that's the best way to get through him. No, you run around the defender. So, Van Dijk, one of the strongest players, literally, right? And little old Pele. First of all, Pele's never going to try to win a physical battle. That's purely eFootball nonsense. But you gotta, when you know football to that extent, you gotta think about that stuff. If the play starts with, well, Pele won a physical duel with Van Dijk after the decision from the player was to run into Van Dijk, well, then right away you're like, well, Pele never in his life would win a battle with Van Dijk. Then the little post hits. That's where precision shooting comes in. All you need to do is let the player aim a little tiny bit, because there's never a chance. That's a 3-yard. Bellingham scores that in his sleep all day long. And if you're wondering, well, maybe in this game his stats. Okay, you want to see his stats? 90 finishing Bellingham just missed. His left foot isn't that good. Very high non-dominant leg precision. Oh, he was really tired. He was tired. He just ran the length of the field, basically. You're telling me he wasn't too tired to do that, but once it came down to making a 3-yard little touch of his, like, swing of his leg, he was too tired. So, anyway, I know all the typical eFootball fanboy excuses. The fact of the matter is, they got to get rid of the automated junk, because if they take that out, the football is great. Now, maybe it will be a little bit uglier if Pele's losing the ball instead of getting to run into players and run by him. It happened with me right after that. Same thing. So it goes both ways. Same with the being forced, like the smart assist shit, all of it. If they get rid of it, they have the best football game ever. Period. The good, the bad, and all that goes with real football. They got to take out the little gaps they're filling with AI, with the unrealistic pressure on defense, the little scripted plays to like almost bridge the gap, so it's not like they almost try to add their own rhythm by filling in the gap with AI, but that's the problem, because then the player isn't really having to do anything. So, end rant. I'll be back on later. You guys let me know what you think, though, right? Let me know what you think. If you get that game without any assistance at all, same game, both of us, go back and look. I challenge you to look at the where I kept getting stuck is right at the top of the box where he did his little, let's flick it for a Pele head ball, because that makes total sense. I want my Pele going for a, like he knew those little things. Now, the argument is, do I want to learn those? If I do and start using them, does that make me a good player? I want to learn them to stop them defensively if I can. But if you start seeing me on the give and go play, for instance, in my last game where I scored with Eto, give and go with Pele, or maybe Pele scored, whoever, is a give and go top of the box. If I start flicking that up in the air for my Pele to auto header it in, and you know what I mean? That's never, ever a realistic play. Van Dijk, Beckenbauer, any center back in the world is beating Pele in the air. That's the last place you'd want to put the ball. So, anyway, but I got to learn them to at least defend them, and we'll go from there. I'll watch that game back too, not taking the skill part away from the player, right? He was a good player, but ultimately he put the period on his sentences with eFootball trash. So I'll take that for being, a couple days into eFootball, still learning everything. Taking a top 2,000 player to literally the last minutes where he got lucky from a Bellingham post hit. So that did say top 2,000, right? I think. Yeah, top 2,000. TD Paul Rod. Yeah, Mbappe's good, dude. I like Mbappe. So, dude, how about that one with Baggio where the delay, where I looked? Now, notice how I said that's my fault because I knew there was delay. So I'm smart enough to read it. But without delay, that Baggio one, to Mbappe's through easily. Now, you're never guaranteed anything with this game because of the AI, right? But Mbappe's clean on goal. They're most likely going to score. So those little choppiness, those little things play into it. But all in all, I'm choosing that type of game and that this type of football over FC any day. Like, I mean, that's no question. Now it's just about getting better. So I'll be back later. Let me know in the comment section if you have any suggestions to change. My boy Big Crib said maybe even start in Bobster. Maybe I will give it a try. His finishing's 95 pace and acceleration. I mean, at the very least, that alone, it's hard to beat. So he might just get the nod. Oh, by the way, another thing I'm doing. This right off the bat. Not saying Rijkaard was bad, but Hendo's just so good, I'm telling you guys. So there we go. All right, boys. Thanks so much, Big Crib, dude. It was a pleasure talking to you, man. I'll be back on later. Um, yeah, if you ever have any feedback, bro, later on or anytime, put it in the comment section. I read everything. Whether I agree or not at the moment, I always go back and watch the game. And like anybody else, when you watch it back, some of your opinions change and stuff. But if you have any feedback, I'm definitely going to take the Mbappe thought into consideration. And I'll be back in a bit. What up, Phil? You just missed a good one, bro. Watch it back and give me your feedback on what you think, unless you did see it. But I gotta hop off stream here. I just played top 2,000 player. Lost 2-1. Bellingham hits the post for me in the literal last kick of the game. Hits the post and goes out, but the opponent just had the little tricks. He's flicking the ball up to Pele, running into my Van Dijk. It was kind of glitchy, but it was good. It was great training. So still in Division 2, right at literally the cusp, and it was a great game to learn from for sure. I messaged him already. I was like, once I learn the little tricks, bro, your ass is God. I'm gonna get you. But I wish these players, and then you tell me, and I'll watch it back to you. I'm not saying he was a bad player, but these players like using that kind of stuff, and maybe it was a lack of skill, but I don't think it was. I think it was by choice, forcing a lot of the balls, going for the tackle backs, going for the little trick like auto headers. These are the players that actually take eFootball in the wrong direction. If he was the same player but went for a literal football play, up, back, and through, give and go, right? Go look at my first goal. Imagine if I start flicking that in the air. That's what I was telling. I'm kind of repeating myself, but for you, Big Phil, I'm not saying you have to watch the whole stream, but I'm interested in your feedback. Watch that game back and tell me what your thoughts are on that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Make sure you like and subscribe. Peace out.